Welcome back. Now, I discussed the seventh reason why you should wake up early. That Muslims have been conditioned to wake up early so that they will be more successful in life. However, some Muslims take that for granted and they don't implement that instruction of their religion. And many people who do. In fact, I found that there is a correlation between cities and their success, their abundance of wealth. For example, if you go to, in Nigeria, if you go to a city like Lagos, they wake up very early. And everybody knows that Lagos has more money than any city or state in Nigeria. You go to places like Kano, because they are mostly merchants, they wake up very early. So, and countries too. You go to a country like Malaysia, you go to Turkey, they wake up very early, and you see they achieve success. This is my own observation, not based on any science. But if science says that at individual level, you achieve more success if you wake up early, then it follows that even cities or families or communities also will attain that level of success because now they do it collectively. Now, number 8, the 8th reason why you should wake up early is that when you wake up early and you go outside, your body resets your circadian clock. Your circadian clock is your sleep time and wake up time. So when you wake up, when you wake up early, your clock will be set so that you sleep early. And when you sleep early, you feel better, and you have all the benefits that I enumerated before. And the 9th reason why you should wake up early, and this is my second personal experience after my PhD, is that when I wake up early, I do not go broke, if I wake up consistently, because like I mentioned earlier, I'm able to pray to Allah for my needs. Then I go out, I do exercise, and from research of some psychologists, there is nothing that gives you more creativity, instant creativity than walking. So when you walk, you get ideas. So when you do that morning exercise, the morning stroll, you come back home, especially if you write down the ideas you generated. The ideas you implement, you get more money. Sometimes you just, out of nowhere, you get an idea, you get back home, you make one phone call, and that turns out to be a good deal for you. So that is the 9th. And the 10th reason why you should wake up early is my third personal experience now, not based on science or religion, is that when I want to travel, and I travel very early, I get to my destination. I read somewhere that anybody who travels early gets to his destination. In my case, it happens that way. I have had many problems with my car on the road when I'm traveling, but not in the morning. Most of them are maybe in the evening. In fact, I've been attacked in the middle of the night by armed robbers, as you will learn from subsequent episodes of this series. And that was also not in the morning. So because of this, my experience, I usually try to wake up very early if I want to travel, especially if I'm the one driving. Even if I'm not the one driving, someone else is driving, a colleague or a driver, I say, let us go very early. So these are the 10 reasons why you should wake up early. The first one, I told you that I gave you two studies. One mentioned that job satisfaction and salary are related with, waking up early. In fact, those who woke up early in that study had the highest average income, $46,000, which was the highest among the people surveyed. And the second study mentioned health, that those who wake up early also have fewer cases of health issues. Now, the second one, I told you that usually when people say wake up early, they wake up at 4:30. It's common. I don't know who started it, but it has become a global phenomenon. There are many articles about waking up at 4:30 etc. And the third one I mentioned, the story of Sakhr, who wakes up early, and because of that, his fortune increased in bonds. If you check Sunan Ibn Maja, you see that, and also the prayer of the Prophet, where he mentioned that Allah should bless the morning of his ummah. And the fourth reasons I mentioned my experience in completing my PhD. My PhD was in information technology. I wanted to do my PhD in psychology because I did the master's in psychology, but I got a scholarship for information technology. So I didn't like it as much as I would have loved a PhD in psychology. So I wasn't eager to go to the lab, and I woke up very, very late. So I couldn't progress until I started waking up early. And the fifth one, I told you that even your body will tell you that, look, you're a leader now and you are beyond anything petty. And the sixth one, your colleagues, your partners will start respecting you because you are different. You are doing something that others are finding it difficult to do. And I gave you the story of my wife when she was waking up before me. I respected that more than I respected that before, until I started waking up myself. And the seventh one, I mentioned that my former boss told me that naturally Muslims should have an edge over other people because their religion conditions them. The Quran says you should wake up early to pray Fajr. And when you do that, you should go out. Like the Sunnah of the Prophet, he goes out and to seek the world, to seek the fortune, bounties of Allah. And the eighth one, I said, if you wake up early and you go out, the hormone that regulates our sleep and wake up time enters, your body. And in the evening, it secretes more of that and you sleep early. Because if you wake up early and you go outside, our body, the circadian clock I mentioned earlier, will be reset into a morning person. Like if you're an evening person, the circadian clock will be reset. And number 9, a personal experience I related, that I don't usually get broke when I wake up early because it's easy to be productive when you do that, and you generate ideas when you exercise, you walk, etc. And number 10, I said many of my travels I've had accidents, robbery attacks, and problems with the car, but none of them has happened. None of them had happened in the morning. So because of that, I usually go out in the morning when I'm traveling. So these are the 10 reasons why you should wake up very early in the morning, and these are the contents of chapter 1 of the social science of the Prophet. If you read into the book, you see more studies that I cited about waking up early. Now, people will ask, if I am evening person, how do I become a morning person? According to Professor Randler from University of Education, a biologist from University of Education in Germany, he said, if you want to be a morning person, try to wake up early. And when you wake up early for the first time, you should go outside so that your body experiences the light, the early morning light, and that will reset your circadian clock, like I mentioned in the number 8. So, but for me, usually what I do, that is, if I get distracted by the world and I sleep late, I just tell myself that tomorrow I'm going to wake up at 4:30, and I set my alarm accordingly. And like magic, you wake up at that 4:30. And if you endure for 3 days, then it becomes a habit. So there is a lot you can benefit from waking up early. And I hope you endeavor to wake up early so that you'll be of benefit to yourself and the community around you. To the end of our first episode on the social science of the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam. Watch out for the second episode. We are going to discuss why Muslims pray 5 times a day. What is the evidence in science? And why do Muslims continue to do it? And when you do it, what benefits are you going to have in praying 5 times a day? Thank you. Join us.